Hello everybody, Legend for Life here, bringing you guys a brand new video. So, as you may or may not have noticed over the channel, time that I've been doing this, I don't generally talk about new cards when they're announced unless it's a huge amount of cards. That's because, generally speaking, I just don't feel like I can talk about one card for even a few minutes, and I don't feel like it's worth sitting down recording a 2-minute long video and uploading onto YouTube. I don't know, just my personal opinion. Not to mention, there's a lot of card discussion channels out there that you guys can watch on there, and I figured I get most of the stuff done. But with that being said, a lot of Raging Tempest cards have been announced within the last few days, and I figure I'll cover all of them since I really do want to talk about these, especially this big guy right here who I was not expecting to get in Raging Tempest. I thought it was going to be like Fusion Enforcers or the Structure Deck or something, but we're getting him in. Heck yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to be covering all the new cards that have been announced within the last few days, and let's talk about them. So, first and foremost is this big, awesome friggin' mech is Ancient Gear Chaos Giant. Yeah, we are getting it. I mean, it was kind of given, considering how much Ancient Gear stuff we're getting in the next few months and stuff with the Structure Deck and Hunting Hound being in Raging Tempest, if I remember correctly. So that is just awesome that we're getting this thing. And they've made it easier to summon, which, okay, for those who don't know, in the anime, you can only fusion summon this guy by using Ancient Gear Hunting Hound, Ancient Gear Double Bite Hound, which is a fusion of 2 Hunting Hounds, Ancient Gear Triple Bite Hound, which is a fusion of 3 Hunting Hounds, or maybe, oh wait, yeah, it's a fusion of either 3 Hunting Hounds or Double Bite Hound plus 1 Hunting Hound. They have, it's kind of weird, if you look at the text, if I remember correctly, of the anime cards for the Hunting Hound and all of his fusions, they all say that you can use either the previous version plus 1 Hunting Hound or just an equal number of Hunting Hounds. And then there's Ultimate Hunting Hound, whose fusion materials I don't remember. Well, in the anime, you need Hunting Hound, Double Bite Hound, Triple Bite Hound, and Ultimate Hound Dog, which is just crazy. That's 1 monster in the main deck and 3 fusion monsters that you need to go into this guy in the anime. They changed that. You just need 4 Ancient Gears to go into it. Oh my god. So this guy is Ancient Gear Chaos Giant. He's a level 10 machine type fusion type effect monster. 4,500, 3k defense, big monster. He's stronger than friggin' Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem by 100.2, which is hilarious. So this thing is huge, and it's easier to summon than it was in the anime. Granted though, that is still a huge investment. Think about it, okay? If you're gonna fusion summon this guy, let's say you activate Power Bond, okay, and you have 4 other. Your only option, unless it's late game and you have a bunch of cards in hand and on field, excuse me, your only option is to use up your entire hand to summon this thing. And it's a 4,500 beat stick, and if you use Power Bond, he's 9k, which is insane to think about. So, his effect is, this card cannot be special summoned except by fusion summon. While this card is in a monster zone, it is unaffected by the effects of spell and trap cards, and your opponent cannot activate monster effects during the battle phase. So your opponent cannot Darkhold this gang, your opponent cannot Torrential Tribute it, you don't have to worry about any spell or trap cards whatsoever touching this thing, and you don't have to worry about any battle shenanigans, so you don't have to worry about your opponent using Utopia Lightning to run over this thing. So literally your opponent's only option to get rid of this thing is either to summon a bigger beat stick, I don't know, 5-headed dragon, or to use 101 or Castel, or Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. That's your only options, is those 3. That is insane. That'll drop a kaiju on it. Let's face it, kaiju's kind of just ruin anything that's huge and beefy. So your only options are to drop a kaiju on this thing, or use 101, Castel, or Dark Rebellion. That's just insane. That's 3 cards in a whole archetype that can get rid of this thing. Okay, and then he has another effect, and that is basically, this card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each, and if it attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage. So, not only can your opponent not touch this thing, but you get to attack every single monster your opponent controls, and if they happen to be in defense position, which I wouldn't blame them for putting a monster in defense, because this thing, if you're playing it in like Ancient Gears and stuff, you're going to be summoning it using Power Bond. He's going to be a 9k beater, and he has piercing, and can attack all of your opponent's monsters. If you summon this thing, you should just win the game right there, unless your opponent has 101 Castell or a Kaiju. Oh yeah, or Darker Binding Siege Dragon. This thing is awesome in every way possible. I love it. Next up, we have a new E-Spirit card. I'm loving the E-Spirits. They look so cool. So, a new continuous spell for them. Basically, it's called E-Spirit Power Spot. Kind of makes me think of like a hotspot, you know, for like phones and stuff. Anyway, so continuous spell card. You can only use the second effect of it once per turn. First effect, all spirit monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense. I like that, okay? That means, Yaksha, I think that's, yeah, I can't remember, the level 4 of 1900 attack points. He jumps up to 2400. This card is going to help out the deck a lot, just even with that, because honestly, a lot of spirits have really, really good effects, but crappy attack power. Now then, with that being said, the second effect is what's really going to help them out. If a face-up wind monster or monsters you control is returned to your hand, which, let's face it, is going to happen, it's spirits, you can activate this effect, add from your deck to your hand either one spirit monster or one ritual spell card. That is really, really good. Granted, though, you're only going to get to search that end phase like 99% of the time. Excuse me. So, this helps out the deck quite a bit. You just get to search, you get to gain more attack points, and being able to grab either a ritual spell card or a spirit monster is just really, really good, because honestly, with Aratama, you don't need to play Manju to search out Hime or Hikoku Jaku, okay? Because Aratama can search them out since they're spirit monsters, which is really, really good. So then all you need to do is let like any of the actual E-Spirit Wind spirit monsters, or any of the spirit monsters that are Wind that aren't E-Spirits, return to the hand, and then you'll get to search. It's really good. Now, with that being said, I wish it was just if a spirit monster returns to your hand, not a Wind monster. The reason why I say that is because it would really, really help out, because not all spirits are Wind, so you gotta like draw into one of the Wind ones. Another thing that's kind of funny is that Yosenju's could potentially do something with this, because they return to the hand and they're Wind monsters, and so then you could like potentially build some kind of weird ritual Yosenju deck. I don't know. I personally wouldn't recommend it, but hey, maybe that might be something. So, and then we got apparently Feed Jump has a YouTube channel. I never knew that. So we got a new E-Spirit. Well, I think he's going to be part of the E-Spirit target. No, he's not. He's just a generic dude. So, this is Kawa no Kami. Kami being Japanese for God is interesting. So, I don't know what's Kawa no. Anyways, he's a level 4 water, aqua, spirit effect monster. 1800 attack, 600 defense. Really good stats for a level 4. Interesting seeing an aqua one. I think the only other aqua spirit monsters are either in the Gishki or... God dang it, what's that archetype called? Ice Barrier spirit monsters. So, of course, they cannot be special summoned. If this card is normal summon or foot face up, you can target one face up monster in the field, treat it as a spirit monster, and it is returned to the hand during the end phase. Once per turn during the end phase, if this card is normal or foot face up this turn, return it to the hand. Really interesting effect. It basically turns your opponent's monsters into spirits, so then they go back to the hand at the end phase, which basically means that it just helps with field control. And that's one of the big things with spirits, is that they have issues with, just going for general field control and stuff. They have issues keeping up with the opponent, and also keeping up with like your opponent having a whole bunch of monsters and you having very little. It's really hard for the deck to keep up. And another interesting thing, and this is something that I really like, it treats that monster as a spirit monster. So if you activate Legacy of Yatagarasu after you use this guy's effect, you can draw 2 cards instead of 1. Without having to use creature swap, which is pretty cool. I like this guy a lot. We got a kind of blurry mess of what Hime Kujaku looks like. Looks like she's a level 8 ritual. We don't know the effect. It's way too blurry. Next up is Deck Destruction Virus of Shadows. Yeah, another virus card. Yay! It's a normal trap card. Tribute 1 dark monster of 2,000 or more defense. Check your opponent's hand. All monsters they control and all cards they draw until the end of their third turn after this card's activation. And destroy all those monsters with 1,500 or less defense. This card is stupid, in my opinion. I don't know why Konami is printing another virus card. They really should just stop, because every single one of them is stupid in some way. And this card is stupid, because if you guys haven't noticed, monsters with high attack generally have low defense, and monsters with high defense generally have low attack. That's the overall general thing. And guess what most decks have in them? High attack, low defense monsters. This card, there is literally no reason why you shouldn't play 1 or 2 in the main deck unless like Cosmos are still relevant at the time. Because you activate this card and you can just basically completely destroy whatever your opponent is playing. Let's say you're dueling against actually, wait, right now in the meta, I don't know if there is anything that... Like, let's say you're doing against Tower Knights. That'll wreck them. I can't think of a single Tower Knight with more than 1,500 defense. So that would just completely destroy them. Tower Knights are actually, like, relevant for a little bit. Oh, yeah, freaking ABCs. If you use this against ABCs, they'll lose all their monsters. Granted, they wouldn't really mind because everything would be going to the graveyard. And you can just fuse and summon ABC, Buster Dragon easier. But they will have less stuff to use, and they could also lose their Galaxy Soldiers or Photon Thrashers, and that would be very... Oh god, I think I'm going to sneeze. Nope, okay. That'd be very, very good against them, aside from them being able to summon out ABC Buster Dragon easier. This card, well, not very good right now in the current meta, because a lot of decks just play a crap ton of, like, really... honestly just weird stats, and they don't have 1,500 or less defense. But like in the future, and like by the time we get this card, that could really change. And as I said, it'd be really good against ABCs. And then like you just flip up Imperial Iron Wand and they can't fuse and summon. Next up is some new Cyber Angel stuff. Cyber Angel Nasataya, probably mispronounced that. Light Fairy Ritual Effect Monster, level 5, which is weird. 1,000 attack, 1,000 defense. You can ritual summon this card with Machine Angel Ritual. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster you control, gain life points equal to half that monster's attack power. I actually really like that effect, just being able to gain life points. Not a lot of decks have ways of gaining life points, so it's nice to see them give Cyber Angel something with that. When a ritual monster you control is targeted for an attack, you can activate this effect, negate that attack. So I can just freely negate any attack whatsoever. Doesn't target, doesn't do anything like that. And that's just stupid. Okay, effectively, if you have this card and nothing else but rituals out, and your opponent doesn't have a way to get rid of Nasatia, then you can just stop every single little attack that your opponent tries to throw at you. And then here's the broken effect that certain people just kind of freaked out about. If this card is in your graveyard, you can banish one other Cyber Angel monster from your graveyard. Then target one monster your opponent controls, special in this card from your graveyard, and if you do, gain control of that monster your opponent controls. So, of that target. So basically, I can banish a Cyber Angel, which is basically nothing but all the other rituals. So I can banish one of them, special summon this card, and take control of one monster my opponent controls. That is insane. And the fact that that's not once per turn, so if like your opponent like torrentials or something and they have something that can't be destroyed by card effects, you can just do it again. What? I don't know what is up with Konami doing this effect, but granted, considering how just about everything says you cannot target me, I don't know how effective this is really going to be in the long run. However, I can see how this card could very well end up breaking the format or defining a format at one point or another. And then we got a new Machine Angel Ritual spell card. Machine Angel Absolute Ritual. You can use this card to ritual summon a Cyber Angel Ritual monster. Tribute monsters in your hand or on your field, or shuffle Fairy or Warrior type monsters from your graveyard into the deck, whose total levels equal to the monster you ritual summon, and if you do, ritual summon that Cyber Angel Ritual monster. So basically, you contribute. It's just like standard ritual stuff. But you can also use cards in your graveyard for the ritual summon, but they gotta be exact. I like this card quite a bit. It just lets you get back some stuff from your graveyard and everything, put it back in the deck, which is very nice. It's okay. I'd say maybe it's a 2 of, since you're already going to be playing 3 of the main one. Also, something kind of funny is that it's showing the exact same scene that's going on in Machine Angel Ritual. It's just to kind of flip-flop so that you were seeing the girl here from the back, and then we see the other side and what she's looking at. So that's an interesting like little card art thing. I like both of these cards. I would say she's like a 2 to 3 of, and this is like a 2 of. And then we got the poster that I just want to briefly talk about. So it confirms that Cyber 2-2 Bond is in the set. I don't know what that is, because I haven't caught up with Art V in a while. And then the new Jiyun Nishishi theme, so the 12 Beast archetype, basically. The one based on the Chinese Zodiac, is a rank 4 deck. And I thought that E-Spirits were going to beat them or something, but apparently not. So E-Spirits and the Chinese Zodiac deck are going to be the 2 new archetypes in this set. We can't like really get a good look at the rank 4, which kind of sucks. I really hope that we get more Wind Witches, since obviously you can see the Wind Witch there. That would be really cool. And I can't help but wonder if we're going to get Rory's archetype, the crap, I forgot what they're called, but they're rank 1 spam based, kind of like Raid Raptors, but they're rank 1 instead of rank 4. They're like Wing Beasts and everything, and they're really cool. They look like Harpies, but they aren't Harpies. Anyways, guys, that's all the cards I wanted to talk about. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I really can't wait to get to play around at this card. I'm going to be, like, I think probably in the next live stream, we're going to be playing mostly Ancient Gear stuff. I'm going to be playing mostly Ancient Gear stuff, because I want to play this card so bad. I'm actually going to check YgoPro and see if it's on there yet. So, guys, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry if I stuttered or if I coughed or anything. I'm not feeling well. That's why I didn't upload a video yesterday like I should have, but oh well. So, guys, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day. Peace out. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. What's your thoughts on these cards? See y'all later.